Hello, traders. It's Melissa with Price Plan Profit, and I wanted to come to you tonight and record a video and talk about what I do when I see that a news catalyst has hit the wire and the S&P 500 is dropping and dropping rapidly. You can see here on my chart the ES is currently down 100 points. Now, today is June the 12th, but this concept works regardless of the day. The thing is, if there is a big catalyst that comes across the wire, and price begins to rapidly decline, what do I do immediately? The first thing that I want to do is to go to a higher time frame chart. For me, I'm going to start with that weekly chart, and I'm going to take my drawings off here. And I want to know on a weekly chart, where is it that my buy zone would be at, so that I am prepared in the event that price pulls back into a buy zone. And as I talked in a previous video, I'm always looking for this inside candle. We have an inside candle here on the weekly chart, followed by a up candle, creating a demand zone here. So on the weekly chart, I'm going to draw out where that buy zone would be. Now, for weekly buy zones, I am intending to be in the trade for 2 months, all the way up to possibly 6 months. It is a zone that I will give a lot of time to expiration, because your zones don't always work right away. You need to have plenty of time for price to find buyers, find support, and then return to the current trend, which is to the upside. So on this weekly time frame chart, the area that I would be looking to buy would be all the way down at 57.61, which is almost 200 points lower than where the market is currently trading. After looking at the weekly chart, then I'm going to flip to a daily chart, go back to that default drawing set, and I want to look on the daily chart where I have the inside and up candle formation to give me a buy zone that I would be looking for the trade to work out anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks from this zone. So that buy zone for me on the daily chart is going to be at or around 58.98 by 58.13. You can see that that is only about 50 to 60 points below where price is currently at. So it is reasonable that if this downward momentum continues, that we could see prices down at this 58.98 level by the time we get up and the opening bell tomorrow morning. So 58.98 is a level that I will be watching for if we get continued downside momentum. What I like to do is to create an alert just above there and then label it with what it is that I'm being alerted for. In this case, it would be a daily buy zone. So if that alert goes off, if price drops below 5,900, then I am ready to execute the trade. Now, you can do this not just on the futures charts. You can also do it, say that you are bullish, a name that has been very bullish and you want to trade or look for a zone, say on NVIDIA, which has been in a bullish trend for quite a while now, I would do the same thing for the NVIDIA chart. I would start on that higher time frame, looking for the inside candle followed by a move to the upside, and that's going to tell me that if NVIDIA pulls back to 134 by 120, that would be a buy the dip opportunity here. I like to make my buy zones green. So that would be from a weekly time frame perspective, that would be my buy zone. Then I'm going to change my time frame to the daily candles, and I'm going to do the same thing looking for that inside and up candle formation. That tells me that my buy zone on a daily chart is at 138.78 by approximately 132.92. So from a daily chart, I'm looking to buy the dip at or around 139. So now if I go to the smaller time frame chart, that's going to show me the current price action after market, I can see where my buy the dip is at, which is 138.78. I can watch price action. I can even trade equity if you have the ability to buy equity at or around 139 here. If you choose, or wait until in the morning and see where NVIDIA is at. So the key for me is when I see a big pullback in the market that is occurring either after hours or during regular trading hours, I want to switch to those higher time frame charts, find the areas that I would be interested in buying the dip, and then have an alert or have an order sitting there ready to buy that dip. That is how I was able to make the great trade on Tesla via the TSLL calls last week when there was that big dip. I was able to buy down here at 904 and actually took some profits already on the trade. And now I know that at 904 and then 721, I would be ready to buy the dip again. So I hope you found this valuable. Stay tuned for more videos on how to become a structured, disciplined, and consistent trader, and I will see you in the next video.